What's up, everybody? This is Carl from Techful Goodies, and finally, I'm doing a Temu 6090 4-month, 3-month update. I haven't done them in quite a while. People have said, hey, we like these, so I'm going to go ahead and keep doing them. I just have to get caught up. So you'll probably see a couple of these come through your feed coming up here. But basically, all I do is go back to my old sort of Temu hauls and let you know how the products in there have held up in case you're looking to maybe pick some of them up or something like that. And it'll sort of reintroduce you to the products, and you'll get a good idea if they suck or if they're good. So let's just jump right into this. Alrighty, so the first product here is, let's see what this is. Okay, so this was basically a corner stand RGB light. I always saw these everywhere, and then I saw one for a really good deal on Temu, so I went ahead and picked it up. And I will tell you this, let me jump forward to where it's actually all set up and working. And it was a little bit difficult to set up just because the pieces all had to go together. But if you see here on the screen, boy, I'll tell you what, that was actually a really, really great purchase. I still use it to this day. It's downstairs in one of my corners, and I absolutely love it. The only thing that I would say was kind of not my favorite about it is that it doesn't tend to be exactly straight up and down. You know, I wish it would, but most cases you don't even notice it that much. But here you get a good idea of how it works. It has a bunch of different lighting modes. So I think that one was definitely a winner. So the next thing in the bag. Okay, so these are little foldable phone holders. So I got a couple of these to be able to use in or on a plane or on travel or something like that. One for me and one for my kids. This particular one was plastic. Okay, I got a plastic one and a metal one. Now, this one, I would say do not get. Now, hopefully you didn't already pick this up, but what I found was that the plastic just ended up breaking. It worked for a while and it worked great for what it was, but you know, one trip in your backpack, you get home and the thing snapped, it's completely useless. So I would definitely say don't get that one. If you're gonna get anything, go ahead and get the metal one. Next thing here is the one of those, you know, when you go to the doctor and they put those things on your finger and it measures your blood oxygen level, I suppose. Well, I thought it would be nice to have one of those at home. I mean, they're not expensive at all. So I went ahead and picked it up on Temu. Should you get this? Absolutely freaking not. I accidentally bought two of them. Both of them didn't work. Neither of them worked after putting the battery in, so it was absolute garbage. I don't know if I was doing something wrong or not, but I'll tell you what, absolutely not. Do not get this. Go ahead and spend a couple more bucks, pick up something that will definitely work, especially when it comes to health and stuff like that. Just ignore this stupid piece of crap. Oh, okay. So the next thing here is something, it's actually one of those sort of Ridge type wallets. It's a metal wallet. And basically, let's see. Yeah, I'll show you here. So basically, it's a metal wallet, and you can kind of slide your cards in. You can put cards on the outside. You can put cards on the inside. And it's been great. I gave it to my son. He still uses it to this day. So he hasn't had any issues with it. The only thing you're going to find is that the outside paint will chip off. So you'll have some chips around the edges, some chips on the sides. So that is one thing to keep in mind. If you don't mind that, this is a great value and an awesome wallet, and he's really enjoyed using it. And okay, so yeah, next in the bag, this is the metal one that I ended up getting. This was great. I still use it. So like I said before, if you're going to pick any of these up, make sure it's metal, and you shouldn't have any issue with it. There's a lot less shaking too. Like if you're on a plane, it's not going to be moving or anything when you're trying to watch a video. So I would definitely recommend the metal one if you're going to pick one of those up. All right, next in the bag. Yeah, I picked this up. I tried it once. It was okay. It blew around. So basically what it is a snow cover for your windshield. So if you know it's going to snow, you can take it and put it, like you can see the picture here. You can take it and put it on your windshield. So when it snows, you can just sort of peel it off and you don't have to scrape off your window. There's no ice or anything like that. It worked okay. It was just really difficult to keep in the spot that I wanted it to be in. With a little bit of wind, it would blow around. I used it once. I didn't really hassle with it after that. If you have a lot of snow and this is something that would really help you out, it would probably be pretty good if you picked it up. I think you wouldn't have an issue with it. It's well priced, and I think it's something that most definitely you could use, but there are some quirks that you should know about. All right, next in the bag was this flashlight, okay? So I feel like it was a bright, good flashlight, The problem was that the battery just goes quick, right? So I was working on a computer the other day and I needed a light, so I had it there. And before I even finished working on the computer, the battery was dead. So if you're going to go for a flashlight, don't go for that one. In one of my recent Halloween hauls, check that out because there's a larger flashlight that I ended up getting that was absolutely awesome. I would absolutely recommend that. Eventually, I'll get to doing a 60-day update for that one too. But if you're really interested in picking up a good flashlight, check out my Temu Halloween haul for 2024, and you'll see a really good flashlight in that one. This one, nah. Okay, so the next item was one of these endoscope cameras. Now there's a whole range of endoscope cameras you can get, but this one was so cheap. It was like $5.99 and it worked great. I mean, let me show you exactly. So I think I put some footage in here of actually using it. Yeah. So this is great. I've used it multiple times. I've dropped screws down in the inside of a case and had to go down to figure out where it was. It's handy. It hooks right to your phone. You can record and you can look into small areas. So for me, just having this sort of dispensable type of endoscope sitting around rather than buying a $100 or $200 one, you can get this one, I think, for just $5 to $10. And the quality is great. And the ability to fish it down through different areas to just check what's in there, totally worth it. Definitely would recommend. And the next thing that was in the bag is actually an item locator. Now, this particular one, I've been a big fan of all the item locators that I've gotten from Temu that incorporate the Apple Find My. So it's just like an Apple AirTag, but it's sort of an off-brand one, and they work great. My son still has this on his keys. Anytime he loses his keys, we can ping it and find his keys. So I would absolutely recommend this. What I would not recommend is any of the tracking finders that are kind of like only Bluetooth and don't use the Apple Find My, because they have a really, really short range. They work fine, but I think you get better value if you have an iPhone out of something like this. And the next thing here is like this small little cable organizer. Great, no problems with it. Hasn't ripped, hasn't any problems. I keep all sorts of stuff in there. It's really good for travel to make sure. I was just throwing all my cords and stuff into my bag and I can't ever find them in the bottom. I have to dig them out. This allows you to organize all your stuff and take it with you and have no issue finding your cords or your I keep some user manuals and stuff in there. You can keep all sorts of stuff in there. So if you're looking for a small one like this, I think, yeah, this was my tech stocking stuffer and gifts haul. Still great for like a little stocking stuffer. So definitely check something like that out. Next in the bag, I guess. Oh, this charging cable. I use this all the time still. If you know me and you've watched my videos, you know that I love the fact that, and I think this is like that. Yeah, you can see it there, that it shows the wattage of charging. So I use it now with my main charging stations so that I know when I plug in my phone or my iPad or even my Windows tablet, I can see exactly what the wattage is so I can know if the brick that I'm using is good and I know that the cable is still working. Nothing worse than plugging in like a cable into your phone and having it not charge because you don't know that it's not particularly working. And this gives you a visual indicator of what wattage is going through. So I definitely would recommend this one. I've been pretty happy with most of the cables I've gotten at Temu. This, okay, warning, don't buy it, okay? I thought this was super cool. It's a mug with a little Game Boy on the front, and when you put in hot water, it actually makes it so that the front of the screen shows a little Game Boy screen. I think I show that here as like a picture. Yeah, you can see it right here. Very cool thing. But what it ended up being was kind of like some stickers that are on there. So if you put it through the dishwasher, they come off and it's completely useless. So sure, if you really want to get this, hand wash it, you'll have no problems. It'll work just fine. I just thought the quality was a little iffy. Maybe I would have liked it to be a little bit more secure on there. But yeah, I put it through the wash, completely ruined. Now it's just a normal cup. Lame. These things, they're okay. So you know how sometimes you get the gunk in your charging port here on your phone? These are supposed to go in there, and I'm showing it right there. They're supposed to go in there and kind of clean that gunk out. The problem is they're They're so flimsy. And you can just use the toothpick or something like that. Don't get these. I think I had a couple bucks left over and I just threw them in my cart. But yeah, definitely do not get those. This is a large desk mat, and I absolutely thought this was great quality. I don't know how to vet different types of desk mats on Temu. I bought that one, loved it. Bought another one, and the printing was kind of like, I don't know, faded a little bit. Then I bought a different one, and I absolutely love it. I use it on the desk back here. So definitely look at the reviews and stuff like that. But if you want to get this one in particular, again, I'll put the links down below. The problem is it's been such a while since I've done these hauls. It's very difficult to find the exact product that I ended up getting. You can find something similar, but I really liked it. It's nice and thick. It hasn't worn down. I've used it for a long time, and it's definitely a go-to on one of my desks, and I would definitely recommend it. All right, so this here is, you know what? I like these. These are keycap replacements for a mechanical keyboard. And if you looked at it right there, it actually looks like a small little Game Boy. I guess I have a theme of liking old sort of Game Boy tech or old Macintosh computers or something like that. So basically put it onto your computer. I use it on the top left kind of tilde button. And the cool thing about it is at the front screen, you can see right here, actually shows the RGB through. So I thought that was great. No problem with that. I was definitely recommend it. And you can kind of adjust it to whatever you want. Definitely pick those up if you have a mechanical keyboard and you just want to replace one of your keys with something a little cool. It comes with a calculator and a little Mac Classic. So I thought that was very cool. Okay, so this is a USB flash drive. One side is USB-A, the other side is USB-C. I've never been very successful at buying flash drives at these sort of cheaper places. This one works. You would think it would be fast with USB-C, but it's super slow. So I use it every once in a while, but I just don't trust it. So should you pick something like this up, I would say probably stay away from it. Not worth it. Definitely not worth it. And let's see. It looks like this is the last one here. This was pretty cool. It was so very difficult to put together, but it's a little metal Starship Enterprise. It comes in like a pre-cut sheet. You'll see it here in a second. Let me go ahead and skip forward. Yeah, so it comes in a pre-cut sheet that you pull off all those intricate little pieces of metal and you put it together. And these guys right here didn't do very well at that. So I let my son do it, and it turned out okay. He had it on his desk for a little while and eventually kind of just disappeared. I don't know where it went. So if you're a big fan and you have a great place to display these things, sure, go ahead and pick it up. It's a lot of fun, good for a stocking stuffer. But it's kind of like mid-range, middle of the road for me. But like I said, so. So it looks like that is everything. Hopefully this helped you out. If it did, give me a like, subscribe. I do tech hauls all the time. I do tech reviews, do all sorts of stuff. I'd love to see you back. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I will see you soon. But until next time, this is Carl from Techful Goodies, and I'm out.